makeup look with this product that I've been raving about on my Instagram. I found it at the Dollar Tree. It was $1, obviously. It retails on Ulta and actually the e.l.f. website for $4, so it's a steal. Go get it today. You can enter my contest today. I'm gonna pick one winner. All you have to do is like and subscribe to my channel. Definitely have more videos and more content coming, but this video is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna show you how to go in, and we're just gonna get started. My eyebrows, as you can see, I did those off camera because they take me a little bit of time, and I want to focus on the eyeshadow. And I applied my base. So my base is going to be, I used an e.l.f. Concealer because I'm trying to do things that are user friendly, budget friendly. So you just take your concealer and you pop just 1, 2. You're just going to blend with your beauty blender until you get a nice little layer like I have right here. You're putting your base on because you want your eyeshadow to stick. You want it to be bold. It really helps bring out the color. So we're gonna use the e.l.f. shadow that I've been raving about. Found this at the Dollar Tree. I knew it was gonna be good when I saw it, y'all. I knew it. And it didn't disappoint. It's my new summer go-to look. It's so bronzy, so beautiful for the summer. It's peach and brown. It's not a blush. A lot of people have been asking me that. It is an eyeshadow. The pigment is so amazing on it. Look, that's the peach, that's the bronze, and we're gonna mix them together and to create our look today. So it's super easy. It's not gonna take you long to do this. I'm only gonna use 3 brushes, which are simple brushes. Everybody probably has something already similar to them in their collection. So first you're gonna use a fluffy brush. This one is from the Cala brand. I think I'm saying that correctly. This is a TJ Maxx find. I found a set of a bunch of brushes for I think $4 or $5, maybe $6. This is an old Estee Lauder brush I have. It's just gonna be really good for doing your brow bone, for doing your inner corner, and even for sweeping under the eye. And then this is gonna be a Morphe brush that I'm gonna use, and this one is just a flat fluff brush, and we're gonna do this to do our base of our eye. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and you're going to go into your brown, and you're gonna take your fluffy brush, your medium brush, and we're gonna start right here. You can start a little further out if you have a bigger lid or smaller lid, depending, because everybody's lid's gonna be different. And all you're gonna do is, I didn't really grab enough product that first time. You don't need much, but I hardly grabbed any. You're gonna start creating, basically right here what we're creating is a shadow so that it can blend really easily into the peach when we do that in a little while. So you wanna make sure you're holding your brush from back here and not so much towards the top. I think that's a common mistake a lot of people make. I know I did, where you're holding your brush up here and you're going into your face. You have way more control back here, and that I learned from one of my favorite YouTubers and Instagram makeup artists, which is Rose, and she is amazing. If you're not following her, I don't know why you're not following her. If you love makeup, she will show you how to do your makeup so well. She does use higher end products, lower end products, and she's just awesome. So then you're gonna go back into your shadow. You're gonna go into your brown again and just kind of sweep it through. And then we wanna go on this side. Now, I used to be one of those people that did one eye at a time, and then I would come back and do the other eye. And that's such a mistake. And it's an easy mistake to make because, you know, you wanna try to focus on one eye when you're learning makeup, and you wanna try to perfect that eye, but you're probably not going to remember exactly what you did to your first eye if you do that. And so what you're going to end up doing is you're just going to end up coming out with a really uneven look. And so it's best to just go in and do both of them as you go. And I'm going to clean up my eyebrow a little bit right here because, to be honest with you, it got a little messed up, but I'll clean it up a little bit better in a little while. Okay, so then you're going to go ahead and take this again, sweep through here, and you're just sweeping motion. And now we're gonna do our lid, our base. and we're going to take the brush and sweep, come back a little bit and sweep. So you're just pushing and sweeping is the best way I can describe it. You're pushing the shadow into the eye and you're sweeping it across your eye. Now I have a pretty big lid, but of course not everybody does. So you're just gonna continue that motion until you get the desired color that you want. And obviously your hands should be clean before you start your makeup anyway, but you can just take this and you can go ahead and put some on your finger, and that'll also help you to get a darker, prettier color, you see? And it helps spread it, and then you're just gonna keep going until you get the desired color that you want. And that's gonna just be pushing into your lid and sweeping out, pushing and sweeping. Really all you're gonna do is just push and sweep. I feel like I had like a little hair or something in my eye. Push and sweep, okay? So now we're gonna go to our other side, do the other side over here. Push and sweep, push and sweep. And that's the best way I can describe it. You're also gonna wanna make sure that when you're doing this, do you see where my eyelid, the line is right there, where my crease is? You're gonna wanna make sure you're going a little above your crease, because when your eyes are settled, your crease is not gonna show anymore, and you're gonna still wanna go a little above, or it's gonna look funny. So that's just a really good tip I also got from Rose. I don't know if you guys will notice this, but one of my eyes takes color a little different from the other one. This eye seems to take color a little bit differently from this eye. So I don't know if that's the same for everybody, but that's the case for me. So sometimes I have to work a little harder on one eye than the other. Then you're gonna go ahead and go with your fluffy brush into your pink. Do you see how much I got off of that product? Look at how easily this is gonna go on. You don't need to sweep it off like you do with blush. You're just gonna go up here. Look how pretty that is and how simple. Now, this is a mistake I used to make, and I see a lot of people making, of them not taking the time to blend. Now, when you blend, all you're doing is holding it from the back, and you're just going across and tapping and pushing it in. Because if you don't take the time to blend it, it's going to look very forced and harsh, and it's not going to give you that really desired look. Now, if you come out here a little bit and you need to clean it up, we can do that once we're done. So I think I'm good on that eye. I'm going to go in on this eye now. This eye, like I said, it just takes the color a little differently for some reason. I feel like I need to work harder on this eye for some reason, and I'm not really sure why. Maybe your skin has different texture on different parts of your face. I don't really know. I'm assuming that's what it is though. So I'm having to get a little more and pick up a little more color on this eye than I did on this one, because this one is just not the best at taking color, but it's still visible. Okay, so now that we've done that, you can kind of stop there if you just want a really easy neutral look. But if you want to add a little dimension to it, which I would highly suggest, most of us have a white and a brown. I'm going to use my Ola Chola palette from Becky G. This is ColourPop. This is no longer available because it was a limited collection. But anything ColourPop is super affordable. You can find it at Ulta, but it's a little harder to find. I would recommend ordering online. They are so good. Vegan, cruelty-free, and they are made in California, so USA. So you're gonna take your brush here, and then you're going to get your color swapper. So if you don't already have one of these, you need these yesterday. This one is from Body Prescriptions. You're gonna take your makeup brush and switch out your color. It's not to clean your makeup brush, it's just to switch your color. I got this before Corona, and I got it at TJ Maxx for about $3, but they actually sell these at Dollar Tree for $1. So pick one up. You're going to take one of your brushes, and I don't know why I cleaned that one. I actually need this one. You're gonna take your small fluffy brush and go into your white. And you're gonna go just right there. You're not gonna bring it all the way down like some people have taught you maybe in the past, because all you're trying to do is highlight your little bone right there. You are not bringing it all the way down and blending it, because this is just meant to be a highlight, okay? So here is where you can go back in and you can start adding more color. If you are a color girl and you want some more color, you want to be a little more bronzy. And then here's where we switch our colors out. Take the white off. We're gonna go into our brown and look at, did you see that I just barely tapped it? I barely tapped it because I'm gonna use it to shade. And basically this is going to add dimension right here. You're gonna take it and you're gonna shade. And you're just kind of doing little pulling, sweeping motions. Do you see the difference? You can add a little more, a little less if you want. This would always also be really pretty with like a purple and give you like super sunset vibes. But I'm gonna do a brown to kind of keep it within that bronzy look. See how pretty? It's so pretty, right? Like, I can't get over this shadow. I'm not gonna get over it. I'm gonna use it all summer. It is my go-to. I hope it will be yours too, because it's so easy. So pretty, okay? So now we're gonna do our face. So with your primer, I'm gonna use the Stay Matte by Rimmel. This is like $4. I've only been able to find it at Target. So worth it. It's a poreless primer where you're gonna stay matte. Now the truth about primer that nobody tells you is that there's no such thing as poreless primer. Everybody has pores. You're always gonna have pores. There's no way to get rid of your pores. You can minimize them, you can make them look a little better, but come on, everybody has pores, so don't feel bad about your pores. Everybody has them. Primer, you're gonna just let that dry while you're doing your eyelashes. So you don't have to do eyelashes if you don't want to. I'm gonna use this Kiss brand. This is in the chiffon ones. They're really cute. I got them at H-E-B. They are super pretty. They look super bold on. So normally I get my lashes from this place here in San Antonio called, I don't even actually know what it's called, but it says Beauty USA on the outside. It's off of 410 and they sell these cherry blossom ones that are super pretty and they're like $1 or $2. So I get them from there. But you know, with Corona, I'm not going to random stores that I don't need to, unfortunately, which is really, really hard on me. But I've been doing a lot of online shopping to ease my pain. So anyway, you're gonna take your lash and you're gonna put your glue on right now, so that way when you're doing your mascara and curling it, it can dry. So my glue, I'm using the Duo one, but I would also recommend, if you can and you want to splurge on lash glue, you want it about that consistency and you're going to let that dry. Please do not blow on your lashes because that's unsanitary and really it doesn't do anything. It's not going to dry if you blow on it. My suggestion would be though to get House of Lashes glue. It's really good. It is about $15. I don't have any more right now. I haven't ordered it because honestly, I had the Duo one and I don't like to order things when I know I already have stuff. So I'm going to take my mascara. I'm using the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme. It's a multiplying volume mascara. It's just my favorite, but you can use whatever mascara you like, drugstore, whatever. You're going to do your mascara first because you don't want to ruin your lashes by doing it after. That way you can get 10, 15 uses out of those lashes, okay? And you can curl it a little too, just to give it a little more oomph. So once you have your mascara on and it's dried a little bit, you're gonna make sure you have the glue on both of your lashes. I'm still waiting for that other one to dry because I don't think it's dry enough. So 30 seconds is not enough. You want to let your lash glue really, really dry. You want to do maybe like 3 minutes on your lash glue. and I use my stuff until it's done. That's a pretty good thick layer. So that one's for my second lash. And then we're gonna, look, I got mascara right here. And that's why I do my eyes before I do my face, because little stuff like that definitely tends to happen. So here's what I use to do my lashes. I do not use this, and a lot of people do the little clampers, because honestly it just doesn't work for me. So what I do is, normally I don't recommend, no, please Luke, I'm doing a tutorial, get out. Are y'all going nuts with your kids? Like, honestly, I love them, but Corona is driving me nuts. Like, they are just non-stop, like, mommy. And you remember that part in Matilda where the mom is laying on the couch and she's talking on the phone, and she's like, mine are driving me crazy, and she's talking about her kids. I remember as a kid, like, feeling like, gosh, what a mean mom. But now I'm like, oh, why is her character so relatable now? Like, honestly, they're just driving me insane. But I know everybody's kind of in the same boat. Okay, so you're gonna take your lash. This is the only time that I do this. I know it's probably not the correct way to do it. It's my process. I do pull my eye a little bit. You really shouldn't pull your eye because it can cause wrinkles. It can cause, you just don't want to be pulling your skin, because it can cause you to have like looser skin right there when you're older, and to have wrinkles. And I don't do it when I do my eyeshadow. Do you see how that went on really easily? Because it was dry. But I do it when I do my lashes. So then I take this little tool, this to shave the hair off your face. And instead of using tweezers like I see some people do, I go in and I just push it down with that. Because A, it's not pointy and doesn't hurt, it's plastic. And I can get them right where they're supposed to be at the base, so they don't show. Now, do you see how this one, oh, I just dropped that. This one's kind of up, so you just pull it a little with your finger. And you can get black eyelash glue, but honestly, this is gonna dry. I know some of you may be looking at that like, oh my God, you can see it, but it's gonna dry, so it's not gonna matter. And then you're gonna just leave it alone for a minute. Once this has really dried, that's when you can kind of start doing those pressing motions with your hand and making sure that it's really, really on there, because nobody wants to have their damn lash fall off. And if you don't want to do lashes, you definitely don't have to. They do, of course, add a lot of drama and volume and make the look just way prettier. But if you don't want to do lashes, don't do lashes. Do mascara, and use two different types of mascara. Get a volume one that adds volume. You can read it on its package, it'll say it adds volume. And a volume mascara is going to look like the one I showed you with this kind of brush. And then you're going to get a lengthening mascara, and that'll have this kind of brush, and you use both. You don't want to go too crazy, because then you're going to get those spider kind of eyelashes. But if you don't want to wear fake eyelashes, you do not have to wear fake eyelashes. I like to be as fake as possible. Just kidding. But I do like to have a dramatic lash, because I just think it looks really pretty and it adds a little something to it. So I am struggling today with my lashes. On that struggle bus with those lashes today. Okay. All right. So with this eye, because I've already completed that, now I can see where I need to go in a little more with the peach and go a little up there. Okay. This eyelash should be good to go now. And I do it with my finger, but if you don't want to do it with your finger, You want to use that tool, honestly, however you do it and find it to be easiest for you, then that's good. Okay, see how pretty that looks? And now we're gonna do our face because our primer is done. So I'm gonna use really easy products. I'm gonna use this one today, which is my Wet n Wild foundation. I love this foundation. It's the Luminous Dewy one. And all I do is I take it and go here, here, and that's it. And then I take my other one that's a little darker, and this one is not the dewy one, it's just the Photo Focus Classic Beige. It's a little bit darker, and I'm actually running out of this one too. But I just take it and go right behind where I kind of already went. And I'm doing the two different shades because it kind of helps me match my skin better. And then I take a kabuki brush, and this one is an old, I think this is an old Benefit Cosmetics one I have. I don't know where this one's from. I've had this one for years. I don't know where that one's from. And then I'm going to do, in sweeping motions down, blend in my foundation. And I like to use a brush for my foundation rather than a beauty brush because I think it gives you a more even coverage. But I do use the beauty blender or sponge, whatever you use, for, what do I use it for? Oh, I use it for my concealer. So you're just gonna take it and keep going. Yes. You see what I'm talking about? Every 5 minutes. Can I have a cookie? Yes. Can I do this? Yes. Like, I'm just saying yes. I just want to get a recording of myself at this point saying yes, because I don't even care at this point. Like, I love them, but I'm like, yes, just do it. Just for the love of God, just leave me alone. I'm gonna cover this ugly blemish I have right here. Blemish my ass. That's a zit. And that one could be hormonal because it's down there. And of course, we're going to go down to our neck because we don't want to look too like a two-tone idiot. Okay. We're good. Okay. Now we're gonna go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. And for my powder, I'm going to use another brush. This is a Morphe brush, just a fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna go into some of the areas that I know are going to crease. Nose right here, little wrinkle I have right there. And we're just doing that so we do not crease. Then I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape because I'm a basic bee and use that still. And put some there. I'm also going to put some right here, right here, right here, and right here. Where else am I going to put this? Ooh, went a little dark there. Put it right there. Okay. So why did I put it in those places? So I'm gonna do contour on my nose because my nose is huge. I'm gonna make her a little smaller. But I'm gonna take my damp blender right here, and I'm doing this to give myself like a mini facelift right here. I'll show you the difference in a second. And all you're gonna do is tap it and push. And what you're trying to do here is get rid of those black lines. So you're tapping and pushing. And you kind of have to work quickly, not so much with the Shape Tape, but with like e.l.f. concealer and with Wet n Wild and those cheaper brands, because they have good concealer, both brands. But you have to work kind of quickly when you do your concealer with them because it does dry quicker. The Tarte one stays pretty loose. I did the concealer right here for my shadows. You can see I have shadows on my face. Most of us do. Not all though. I've seen people who don't have those, but I do. And I went a little deep right there, so I'm gonna have to blend that in a minute. I'm gonna use my brush for that. Back to my kabuki brush. We're going to blend. See how easier the brush is for some reason? Not for some reason, but it's just a preference, I think. Let me look in the mirror and see what's going on here. Pretty. Looks good. Okay, now I'm gonna take a concealer that's just a lot darker for me. It's a Wet n Wild, and I'm gonna use that to do my contouring on my nose and on the rest of my face, because I wanted to use a liquid one that was affordable today. I'm gonna put a big dot here, go in with little dots over here, another big dot right there. It doesn't have to look perfect at all, because you're gonna blend the hell out of this in a second. We're gonna stop there so I can show you how to blend it. So on the nose, we'll come right back to that. Here, you're gonna go in circle motions up, never down, up towards your hair, because if you go down, it's gonna look crazy. I like have like a little hair. I don't know if y'all have noticed that. A little hair that I can't get away from me, and it's bothering me so much. Okay. Yay! I'm gonna go in my mirror because I don't really trust the phone's lighting, and I don't want to look freaking crazy. Okay, we're gonna fix this whiteness that you see right here in a second. And I forgot to put some on the tip of my nose. So you're just gonna get some. Boop. Boop. Okay. This, I would recommend using your blender just because you want it to be as even as possible right here. And you want to blend it out. And then you're going to take this brush, your kabuki brush, and you're just going to blend your nose out in together. Like you're going to basically take those two shades and blend them together. And it just basically like reshapes and defines your nose. I'm not trying to like get rid of my nose. Like if honestly, it is what it is at this point. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go right here on my cheeks. I'm not doing full contouring. If you want to do that, I can show you in another video how to do that. I'm just doing it to help a little bit. Then I'm going to put some right here. And I'll show you why when we do our lips. So we're going to take this brush and we're going to go up again in circle motions. I'm going to do it in the mirror again because I don't want to look crazy. Because all that I use contouring for is to just give me some bronze, really. And to kind of shape. I don't really use it like to cut my cheekbones and stuff. And then I'm going to take that powder that I used earlier and I'm going to take that and with the beauty blender and come in here and set my concealer now that it's had time to kind of sit, because I want my concealer to not crease. That's why you do this with the powder, so that way you don't have creases later on during the day if you're going to wear this all day. So then I'm going to take a bronzer. I'm going to use powder bronzer this time. And I'm going to take a fluffy makeup brush and I'm going to go in with my Morphe Enemy is the color. Or you can use Debutante. I'm going to use a mix of both. This was pretty affordable. I think it was like 15 bucks. I'm going to go in and smile and start bronzing. And I do my nose. I do up here. I just go in. I don't grab much of it though. Did you notice that? That we're just kind of grabbing a little bit of product and a little bit with bronzer, depending on the brand and depending on the bronzer, goes a long way. I'm going to use my favorite right now is the Milani Luminoso. I know this is favorite for most people. It's $6, found it at Walmart. So good. We're going to go in because I freaking love blush. If you don't like blush, you don't have to go as crazy, but I love blush. And then if I get too stupid, I just even it out with my kabuki brush with no product on it, just what was already there. Now we're gonna fix our eyes. So our eyes aren't done yet. We're gonna go in with our e.l.f. again. I'm going to sweep some of the peach and we're gonna come down here and start creating that cross and that breach so that you're going to make these connect and look like a completed look. Okay? You're just, and you can use that same brush that you were using earlier. You're gonna just come in, sweep, underneath, and connect. Okay? And then you can take a little bit of your brown for down here to make it a little darker. Okay? Then you're going to clean that off. And you're going to use your white again. Your favorite white. Actually, I'm going to use one of my favorite whites from an old Estee Lauder one that I have. And the only reason I'm using this different white is because this white has a little bit of shimmer. All right, so then you're going to, once you have it on there, you're just going to do your inner corner and make that pop. And I can't really do it into the phone, so I'm going to do it over here. Okay, and then you're going to go in with black and you're going to fix the rim up here of your eyelid. I know that looks like it hurts, but it doesn't. You're just gonna go in here and fix it, fix it, fix it, so that it looks more blended and more sculpted. I'm going to fix my eyelash here because they are not cooperating today. Okay, she'll be all right. All right. Okay, so then we're almost done. We did our blush already. And I like to go in and just kind of... To complete the look, we're going to do lipstick. I'm going to take my lipstick thing. I actually got some new lipsticks from that subscription that I use, which is Live Glam. But I'm going to use one of my e.l.f. This is also from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use my favorite Live Glam lipstick. And that's going to be in very, very Beautiful. Okay? Because I want to do a summery bronzy look. So I'm going to take my lip liner. You see? This is going to make your lips look fuller. That right there. You're going to overline where that line is. Overline it. And we're going to go in right here. And I'll connect it. In a moment. Up here. We are pretty much done. So that's the lip. We're going to just do highlighter. Okay, so all we're going to do is our highlight. So we're going to take our desired color. I'm going to go ahead and use my Morphe, and I'm going to use lit. I'm going to just do lit. I just add a highlight here, here, little here, not crazy here, here, and up here, and I'm done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was the look. Let me know what other looks you want. Go get this at Dollar Tree. And I am going to have a winner in this video. So winner will get these lashes, this, makeup wipes, and 3 brushes. All you have to do is like and subscribe. And you're entered into the contest. I'll pick a winner on Sunday. Thanks for watching.